When I'm ballin' like Mike, get in my face and I'ma fade away. I feel like a goat, I had to pave the way. Ran out of steps, we had to make a way. Back then, throwing oodles in a microwave. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the episode of Back in the A. I'm here with the one and only Miss Erica Blanco, aka Big Blanco. I got so many streams of things that I want to call this great lady. With her staple to Atlanta tradition and Atlanta ways, I'm just gonna give her a chance to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Erica Blanco.
Tell them your accolades. What have you done? What's about you?
I'm shy.
You're not shy. You're not shy. We ain't gonna do the shy thing. Come on. Tell me about you.
My name is Erica Bowen, aka Erica Blanco. I'm originally from New York. I migrated down here to Atlanta to run CTE. I was a CTE for life, for about 11 years. When I left CTE to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, I kind of got into the restaurant business. Then I went over and messed with the TIG family for a little while. So I did Lucci. And then I was running a restaurant. I'm still running a restaurant, and I'm now Senior Vice President, Cinematic Music Group.
And she's a big part of my influence of what I do. She's my pusher, my mover, my influencer. I got to part that in though. Huh?
You want me to say I manage people too?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And I manage Casanova, free cast.
So, with this being said, there are so many major people behind the scenes. She just gave y'all all her accolades. How did it feel just being a part of CTE when it first started? How did it feel being down with TIG and their beginning of their movement? What was it like from the beginning? Not the glitz and the glamour, the hard part.
Well, I actually started at Def Jam. I didn't mention I was part of Def Jam. So I started out at Def Jam, and I was working the projects. I was actually the A&R coordinator, and then I actually started running the projects. So I developed a relationship with Kinky B and Coach K, and then they were saying, hey, you know, we want to start our own label down here in Atlanta. And then Shakir was one of my good friends, and they were like, you'll be perfect. And I had a son, and my son was about 6 years old, and I said, well, I want him to have a different life because I'm from New York. I want him to have the whole country life. So we moved to Atlanta, and then I was offered the position of GM. So I was the GM. I was there from the beginning, 06. When we just first started and everything was just popping and, you know, everything was just starting to move. So the whole Snowman, the whole street team, the whole campaign, that was us in the streets.
See, I like, me being from Atlanta and doing what I used to do, Trap or Die was a staple movement. Like, I was in the Pool Palace one night and they played the whole Thug Motivation album.
So I'm Thug Motivation.
Exactly.
I'm Thug Motivation. I wasn't Trap or Die. So Trap or Die is more like when Jeezy and them first came from Macon and they came to Atlanta, and then they started with DJ Drama and Cannon. They were doing the mixtape thing, and he was still Little J, but then he was BMF, but that was before me. So I started out with Trap or Die.
So the whole Thug of Motivation.
Well, Thug Motivation, I wasn't Trap or Die, sorry.
The whole Thug Motivation thing, like, so that is Atlanta heritage right now. Mm-hmm. That is. You had to have money to be listening to this song. You had to have the right car. I still remember what kind of car I had when I used to ride around listening to my Trap or Die song. And I'm really making an interview about whole Thug Motivation. Just even speaking on that album, like I said, I was really having a little movement back then. And T-Rock dropped that album. This is the first time someone played a whole album in the club, and the club rocked from beginning to the end. So it's like, as far as like being in the studio, was you around when they was like creating the songs and in the streets doing the movement and putting the songs out and stuff?
Well, when I came here, Jeezy already started his movement. So when I came, I did the business. So at first I didn't understand the streets. So when I first got here, my first show was in Macon, and then they played Geeked Up. And I was like, what the fuck? I can curse? And I didn't understand. Everybody was just going crazy. And that was my welcome to Atlanta moment. I knew what he was. I knew what he meant to the culture. I understood. But I never saw the people react. So they had the Thug Motivation tour. Remember, it was Wayne. It was Jim Jones. So most of the people on the tour was family. Because my family is hip-hop since 1978. So we was Wayne. I'm from Harlem, so of course I'm a Dipset. So So we always had connections to everybody. But when Jeezy came out and they did that, and the Fabo came out and they did Geeked Up, I was just like, what the fuck?
And then to touch on another subject, the TIG, how did you get into the movement with TIG and working with Lucci?
Okay, so Fly is like my brother too. So what happened was we did My Nigga, because we YG too. So when we did My Nigga, Rich Homie Quan was signed to TIG. So me and Fly became really close. You know, we became friends. And then he always be like, I need you to help me to get my shit together, because I'm the business. So I'm not the party, I'm the business. So I'm like, okay, we're going to work together. So when I finally left CTE, TIG was like, what's up? So I went over there. I'm every day we lit.
I don't know. It's just like, I've been with you in a lot of like detrimental movements for my position and stuff. And I just see the way the room lights up when you hit the room and your influence. I just see the way the room lights up. When you hit the room and your influence on people is always love and the energy is always great. So like, who is your most favorite person that you ever met when you first going on? We're gonna put some people on the spot right now.
Who's my favorite person?
Yeah, your favorite person, like the person you met and it's just like, this person right here is the reason I stuck in it so long. They influenced me a lot.
Okay, so I have 3.
Yeah.
So I have Karen Kwok. She used to be down with L.A. Reid. She gave me my first start. It wasn't about I'm hip hop's wife. It was more about Erica could work, and she saw something in me I didn't see in myself. Then I have Nicole Jones, who gave me my first job at Def Jam. So I never can forget Nicole. And then Miss Deb. I'm her goddaughter, so I act like her.
Oh yeah, Deb is really Atlanta. That's
my godmother, so you know.
So what was your favorite 5-year span in Atlanta? The vibe of Atlanta.
Okay, I'm ready. 2009. We was hot. USDA came out. We was on fire. Everywhere we went, you knew us. It was 100 of us, 100 black tees. That was me, packing CDs, going to Miami, having the crew with us, making sure the security was good. Only girl in the game. Gang.
Another incident, 2009, was a few more years.
Those are the best 5 years. From 2009, to 2011. Those are the best years. Because you got to watch the growth. We all grew up. We were out there giving out food. We were out there giving out toys. We gave out cars. We registered people to vote. We got Obama in the office. Remember he said, I play Al Green, but then it was Jeezy. That's me. I've touched the people. So I'm the neighborhood auntie.
Thanks, man. You got to be from Atlanta to understand that right there, because that first movement, that beginning of Jeezy, CTE movement, my president is black, that was iconical. Again, appreciate you, little lady. Yeah.
I'm supposed to wear my chain, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I had the CTE chain on. That's what's up, man.